Dumaguete.
Hello, Negros Oriental.
Hello, Sillimanians around the world.
This is Joshua Soldivillo.
And this is Ronelyn Vailoces-No.
And you're watching
Silliman. For Silliman updates, the Silliman University Student Scholarship and Aid Division is now accepting applicants for the Silliman University Foreign Exchange Students Program for school year 2023 to 2024. You may submit documents on or before March 30, 2023 to the Office of the Student Scholarship and Aid Division at the second floor of Oriental Hall. For inquiries, email the Student Scholarship and Aid Division at sac@su.edu.ph or call 035-420-1901 with a local 328.
On the other news, for alumni update, Silliman alumnus Dr. Joy Molina Mirasol takes her oath as the third president of Bukidnon State University before CHED Commissioner Joe Mark M. Libre. That's on last February 14, 2023 in Quezon City after the Board of Regents picked her over two other contenders. Dr. Mirasol was Vice President for Research, Extension and Innovation at Bukidnon State University before her new appointment as president. Dr. Mirasol earned her Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering from Silliman University in 1989. Congratulations and keep up the good work.
Another Sillimanian, Dr. Stephen J. Sumailo, has recently assumed the presidency of Siquijor State College. Dr. Sumailo was Vice President for Research and Extension at Siquijor State College before assuming his new appointment as president. Dr. Sumailo took up his Bachelor of Science in Education, major in English, and graduated in 1993 from Silliman University. That would be all. See you next week for another set of Silliman updates. Good evening, everyone. This is a magazine program that talks about different aspects of Silliman University.
A program initiated to discuss different matters concerning the campus by the sea. Welcome to Silliman. Hi, everyone. It's already March and happy Fire Prevention Month. Ron, time.
And happy Women's Month
Happy
also.
Women's Month as well. So there are a lot of celebrations, Ron. A lot of
True,
things
Josh.
to remember. And also, let's remind our televiewers to always unplug their devices, their appliances, whenever they go and enjoy. Maybe they go shopping, they go to get some coffee outside. But of course, while you do that, make sure that your house is left safe. And of course, Ron, there's also this saying that health is our precious wealth. No?
Yes.
Very relevant, never goes old. And in line with that, we are actually having this guest tonight that have something to do with wellness, with something to do with health. In fact, they would say that what you eat actually represents who you are. Okay? So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are so happy and pleased to have our guest from the Nutrition and Dietetics Department and from the Physical Education Department of the university. So let's introduce first the chair of the Physical Education Department of Silliman University. We have Assistant Professor Meriam Ramacho. Hi, Ma'am Meriam. Good evening.
Hello, Sir Josh. Hello, Ma'am Ron. Good evening.
Yes, welcome to the show, man. And of course, we also have one of the faculty members of the Nutrition and Dietetics Department. Please, we're pleased to have you here, sir. Assistant Professor Markronald.
Hello, Sir Josh and Ma'am Ron. Good evening.
Hello,
Welcome, Sir Mark.
So Josh, aside from our faculty, we also have a representative for the student body. We have Miss Caryl Valencia, a third-year BSND and the president of the Silliman University Nutrition and Dietetics Society. Hello, Caryl. Welcome.
Good evening, Sir Josh. Good evening, Ma'am Ron. Thank you for having us here.
Okay, sige, welcome back. So, welcome back. Welcome. All right, now, Ron, let us begin our conversation with, because earlier I mentioned about health, no?
True.
All right, so maybe they can share to us, because of course we have a registered nutritionist and dietitian here. We also have Ma'am Ramacho is also into fitness.
Yeah, true.
So maybe they can give us some tips. Let's begin with some tips. Like when you wake up in the morning, what's the ideal to do, Ma'am Meriam?
Of course, we start to pray.
I love that one.
After that,
Prayer first.
Prayer first.
stretch.
Stretch.
And then do the routine.
Okay. So,
After that.
Ma'am Miriam, what could be the stretch that you can easily do at home?
Yeah, simple stretching like side bending,
I wanna do that, Ron.
head bending,
Okay.
front, back, side, and then twisting, and
Right.
all those.
And that will be go na, and then you will have to do your exercise routines.
Yeah, that is after breakfast during my class. Then I will go with the students in
okay.
performing the physical activities.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. How about Sir Ronald in the perspective of being an ND, nutritionist and dietitian? Because some would say that you have to drink glass of water when you wake up. Others would say that you have to drink lemon or
Lemon or ginger.
Ginger, no? So, what's also a tip, Sir Ronald, that you can give to us?
I think one of the things that you need to do when you wake up, probably drinking water or anything, any beverage would do. Since you just fasted for at least 8 hours,
Yes.
right? If you sleep for 8 hours, you fasted for at least 8 hours.
Right.
So water is also good before having your breakfast. As Ma'am Ramacho said a while ago, it's good to have probably breakfast after stretching, after, since you stretched and probably sweated it out, then probably a good breakfast would be in order.
Right. So, water, Ron.
So, stretching first before breakfast.
Yes.
Because I always do breakfast first before stretching. Something like that, no,
Yeah.
Josh. But it has been part of my system. But does it have an effect when we, when we get in the morning, get up in the morning and then immediately eat? Because I have seen, or I have read a lot of sources of information about people being hunters first, and then breakfast is a myth daw po, sir. Something like that.
Yes, because I read the same thing. The thing is, we try to maintain our glucose level. We don't want a spike in our glucose level. So
okay.
we want to have as much an equal amount of food intakes during the day. So because the moment that your glucose level will go down, sometimes you get the term hangry.
Hungry.
Yeah,
And
so-
hungry and angry.
at the same time. So
Para ako yun all the time.
so that's why you have your breakfast, you have your morning snacks,
Right.
your lunch, your afternoon snacks, your dinner, and then your late night snacks, so that the whole time you're filled up, you have enough energy for the day.
Wow.
So you have to break the fasting.
Break
break
the fast.
break
Yeah.
the fasting.
Break the fasting. Wow. Thank you very much for these tips. No, very helpful tips, Ma'am Miriam and Sir Mark. Now, let's go to Caryl here, a student from the Nutrition Dietetics Department. And backstage conversation, Ron,
Yeah.
she said that they have changed the name of their
name.
organization. So, Caryl from SUNDS, how is your organization called now?
Well, we are now called Philippine Association of Nutrition Sigma Nu Delta because not too long ago, the ND department decided to revamp the student org and become a member of the Mother PAN, which is a nationally recognized organization for professional practitioners and students in the field of food and nutrition. And through that privilege, we were able to establish partnerships with a lot of PAN student orgs from various schools. We partnered in total 7 from UST, Philippine Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Colegio de San Juan de Letran, and recently we partnered with Centro Escolar University of Manila.
Wow. So, as you rename your organization, you also expand the linkage and network that you
Yes,
have. Amazing, Ron.
It's great to hear that, Caryl. Now, I'd like to ask Ma'am Ramacho about, physical education going hand in hand with nutrition. But I am meaning to, I have been meaning to ask, Ma'am, how many minutes do we have to do exercise? Is walking counted? Is doing our chores already counted in, exercising or in our physical activities? So kindly share about that, ma'am.
It is good for us to do at least 30 minutes of walk, whatever activities you do, physical activities.
Wow.
And
30 minutes.
2 to 3 times a week.
2 to 3
That's good
times a week.
enough for a regular exercise.
Okay.
Especially for the non-physically active students or individuals.
Ayan, 30
How about,
minutes.
yeah, how about doing laundry, ma'am, or doing laundry? Is it
Household
part of the,
chores.
household chores?
And
you
that's
know,
a
washing
different
dishes?
thing.
Oh,
That's a
that's
different thing.
Because I think
Because when you exercise, really, it should be thorough from head down to the
right.
Okay. So you have to move all of your body, not just focus on one part.
Yeah, because even when I'm eating, I'm also sweating out. So it also concentrates on my stomach pala.
Yeah.
So according to ma'am, it has to be holistic, diba? From head to foot.
thorough, yes.
So with that being said, Ma'am Meriam, I think that's really important, no? But as an academic offering, since you're also a service unit to the different colleges and institutes in the university, what do you think is the essence or the importance, significance of a PE subject? Because it's offered also in senior high school, and you also have that in college.
From
early
childhood.
childhood up to college, no?
Yeah.
So why do you think that is really constantly present in all curricular stage?
Because with the vision of the university, which is for total human development,
Right.
we do not only develop the physical aspect, no, but in other aspects like the intellectual, social, emotional, spiritual, and others.
Yes, Josh, I get it. For us to have a sound mind, we also need to have a sound body.
Is that the mensana in corpore sano?
Yes.
In English ko lang tapos ano.
Translated to Latin.
So, let me ask Sir Mark about the ND, Nutrition and Dietetics program. I think it is under, and it is in fact under the College of Education. But if we think about nutrition and dietetics, it's more inclined with health sciences. No? So why is it under the College of Education, Sir Mark?
Correct. Nutrition and dietetics is part of the medical field,
You're right.
but we are placed under the College of Education because we started off as home economics. Started off with the home economics program. That's why if you pass by our building, it says home economics, nutrition and dietetics
Right.
Okay.
building. It's called HEND. And
Akala ko higher education. Yun pala, home economics. Okay.
Yes, and also the building is almost 100 years old.
Wow.
They say so. That's why it has to. That's why it stayed. Nutrition and dietetics stayed with the College of Education, and that's why we are there partnering with college.
And of course, there's also this component of health education, Ron,
Yes.
which I am interested to talk about because our nutrition and dietetics program is, I would say, very competitive. At the same time, a well-performing nutrition and dietetics department because we've making way in terms of our results, no, for the nutritionist and dietitian examinations. In fact, we have recent top notchers. Sir Mark, what year was this?
This was, I think, in 2020, right?
2020.
Yes,
That was
with
Top 2.
top 6 and top 10.
Top 6 and top 10.
Yes.
And we also have this top 2. Tama ba, sir?
I think we don't have the top 2 yet.
Top 2 yan. So,
Probably a long, long time.
Not sure for
Or maybe
Caryl.
Yes, it's a pressure for Caryl.
it was a
Caryl?
feature that I have envisioned.
Yes.
But given this, brand of the ND that's really very well performing, how do you make sure that you really maintain its quality? Would you say that it's more on a hands-on approach, or learning by doing approach? What's the approach of the ND?
ND is actually the Nutrition and Dietetics department here in Silliman University is the first PASCO accredited
Right.
nutrition and dietetics program
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
entire Philippines.
Wow.
And now we are now on level 2, and we recently got re-accredited. So we are now moving on to level 3 in the future after 5 years.
Wow.
So the reason for that is we are being checked for the curriculum, the faculty, and the laboratory. So it goes hand in hand. The curriculum without the faculty. Currently, in the recent assessment accreditation, the faculty was lauded by the accreditors for performing really well. We were able to partner with different government and non-government organization, as well as we were able to write multiple journals or articles, publications. We were able to, as a team, we were able to be speakers in international.
Would I say conferences?
Conference, yes.
Yeah. So ang daming ganap sa Andy Ron.
Yeah, actually. But talking about Andy, and I think you have a lot of milestones and achievements for your department. Now let's talk about the perspective of a student and what were the misconceptions and stigma that you heard of about the nutrition and dietetics. Because I heard one stigma,
what was this, Ron?
na ang mga Andy daw magluto-luto lang daw, something like that, because it's under home economics. So
baking.
Baking. So let's address that one.
Yeah.
And what is really nutrition and dietetics so far in your 3 years of being enrolled in ND?
Well, actually, ND is more than just luto lang. I mean, the ND program helps us equip the knowledge and skills with the 3 areas of nutrition, which are clinical nutrition, public health nutrition, and then as well as food service.
Okay. So it's more than the cooking. No?
Yes, it's more than cooking. We also handle the health and nutrition aspects, and as well as diseases that is related to nutrition, as well as do community work.
Wow. So Ron, it's more than really the baking and the
And the cooking, yeah. You also compute the
calories.
Yeah, the calories
Yes,
that
we do.
That your patient should take.
Yes, we actually do that, and not everyone knows that.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so there's a lot of things going on. Also to Ma'am Ramacho, because they would also say that ay PE lang na. Diba? So ay absinan lang because PE lang na. No? So how do you also debunk this kind of misconception? But you would have to answer that because later on, because we are just going to pause for a short break. #Silliman will return. Hi there! Thank you for staying with us. This is still #Silliman. And of course, before we took a short break, we actually asked her, Professor Ramacho, about this notion that PE lang na, oy, absinan lang na nato, or PE lang na, madala lang na, old smile, smile. So, what can you say about this, Professor Ramacho, and what would you like to say to our students?
Yeah, I always tell my students, we heard this PE lang. So, it's PE lang, but you will get 1.0. You will get 2.5. Remember that you are the ones making your grade, so
Right.
you have to excel in every dimension of physical education, because we do not only teach the physical activities, but there are some other things that are incorporated, like the intellectual aspect, the social interaction among students, the camaraderie, and then emotional stability, social maturity. We inculcate values. And if other students do not have, that means they are not well in all aspects, in all dimensions of wellness.
And if they get a failing grade sa PE, they can't graduate. So it's not really PE lang na.
If you cannot pass, then you will never graduate in Silliman.
And it's not a threat, it's a truth, no?
Yeah.
Thank you very much, ano.
Ron, I'd just like to extend a bit my question, a follow-up question with Ma'am Ramacho, no? Because right now, of course, one of the features that we have here in Silliman is what we call the 5 C's, no? And one of which is actually the court. But apparently, there's this razzmatazz right now on social media about 4 C's na lang daw ang Silliman because wala na tayo court, because there's an ongoing transformative renovation in the library. No? I think there's really that fuzz on social media. So how do you also get to adjust that, Ma'am Meriam?
Yeah, when VPAA Dr. Earl Jude Cleope approached us, me and Mr. Pinheiro, regarding the transferring of the library and the gym, because I told him that because we help one another,
Right.
then we can have it here because we have the Ravelio field, we have the Sima Franca ball field, we have the Monapil, the Alaska court, and even the tennis courts here. Okay, so we are making use of those facilities, not only the gym.
The gym. No? So we have more facilities that we
Yes.
can actually make use.
Yes.
That are actually not all of Sillimans are familiar, no? They thought that some Sillimanians even think, Ron, that we don't own the ball field there in front of SUMs. In fact, that's one of our spaces, no, of the university. So I think that's very important that PE is not PE lang.
True.
Still a key to one of the keys for you to graduate.
Yeah, earlier, Sir Mark, when we had a break, you mentioned about the common misconception and stigma. BSND being dubbed as Bachelor of Science in No Direction. Now, how do we address those stigma?
Actually, I believe it has already been addressed because we had increases in our enrollment from, I think, for the first semester this year, we had an increase of about 50% and above.
Wow, that's
Yes,
That's
and,
a big-
and
that's
just,
significant. Yeah.
Yes, and just for the second semester, the enrollment has increased by about 11 to 12%. So I think the stigma is already gone, and ND is standing on its own as nutrition and dietetics. And this is thanks to the help of our student body, the organization. And I believe she can talk about also what they are doing in PAN SND.
So in PAN SND, we're trying to mobilize nutrition and dietetic students who are interested in the art and concept of food and nutrition, and then we use such concepts in help to promote good nutrition and health to the Filipino people, and that's what we're trying to aim to do in every event and activities that is being implemented in PAN SND.
Ay, gusto ko yung spirit ni Caryl, no? Very passionate for the Filipino people.
Yeah.
Right. Well, speaking of these extensions and activities that you do, Sir Mark, I understand that you also do some TESDA-based programs in nutrition and dietetics
Yes.
department. Can you share more about this?
Yes, we were part the ND faculty were part of the ALS EST or AL for the senior high school program. We trained ALS students, alternative learning system students, for senior high school, and I think they're the pilot group, and we were the writers and trainers of them. And last week, last of the trainees who were assessed by TESDA were able to get 100% competent for food and beverage services.
Congratulations.
Yes, and almost we have, I think, 99% or something for the cookery NC2. So we have really good results with the partnership with TESDA.
So these students, Sir Mark, they earned this diploma for senior high. At the same time, they also get that in NC2 certificate, tama ba?
Yes, they get the diploma for senior high, and they also get the NC2 certificate.
Plus, they will be Silliman alumni.
Correct.
Wow, grabe no? So, that is
And that's their
SU
goal.
ALS, no? Silliman University Alternative Learning System.
So, and that will go for how many days ba, Sir Mark?
I think 1 year, tama
Yeah, it
ba?
was
1
1
year.
year. Yeah.
1 year. But that will have to be like an expedited version because for senior high, that's 2 years run.
2
11 and
years.
12. But in lieu of that, they just have to take that 1 year
1
ALS
year ALS.
education. Right. So, Ma'am Miriam, let's talk about the brewing, the recent brewings in your department because, of course, intrams are on their way. So, the games and the events. So, I'm sure you're also closely involved no, with the preparation. So, what can you share to us, ma'am?
Actually, the intramural program is directly under the Office of Assistant Professor Pinheiro, but of course, the faculty members of the physical education are taking part
Yes.
of the program. Like, we help in organizing all the sports activities with the help of the student government, and of course, in our organization, we see to it that all tournament directors are experts in every field, so that when there are questions, then they cannot question.
Because you have that
Yes, the
expert scorer, like
expertise.
it's in or out, diba? Who got the score? And of course, we can't wait the cheers, no? The actual calderos and the actual, banters from
The
each
very
college.
competitive,
I could remember
students.
myself shouting for my college before. But anyway, aside from the intrams also, ma'am, Professor Bunyor actually announced in the recent episode that we had that there is a new offering that you're also making or developing a new graduate program.
Okay, so we had a meeting last month, and then we prepared our new program, which is Master of Arts in Education, major in Physical Education.
Wow.
And we already submitted it to Dr. Bunyor for presentation in the curriculum committee.
Yes. So,
And we are looking forward to that.
yes, an
To
additional
be-
program.
Yeah.
Another feather in your cap, ma'am.
Yes, Sir Mark, let me ask about the career opportunities waiting for our graduates.
Waiting for career.
Yeah, waiting for career. Pressure na siya, top 2 sa ano.
Top 2, yeah, I mentioned top 2. Career, I think
Top
it's
one,
going to be you.
So,
We will interview you again when that day comes. Sige,
so
Ron, go
Sir
ahead.
Mark, where do our ND graduates go, or where do they land for their jobs, or the career opportunities from ND?
As Caryl mentioned, there are 3 parts of nutrition and dietetics. So there's public health. This means that the students, when they graduate from Silliman as BSND majors, can work with government offices. Like, for example, the City Nutrition Office. We have, I think, most of the workers at the in CNO, City Nutrition Office, are graduates of ND. Another is medical nutrition therapy, which is for the hospital dietetics. We also have graduates in different hospitals, both here in Dumaguete and Cebu and the other islands in the Philippines and in Manila also. And there's one who was able to, because Philippine Nutrition and Dietetics has a agreement with the U.S. Nutrition Organization, wherein if you pass the board exams here, you just need additional hours of supervised training, and then you can
Okay.
apply to take the board
Oh,
exam.
so there's a
and then-
certain accord na, no?
Yes,
That's good.
And another one, which is the common knowledge of what ND is, which is cooking,
Yeah.
which is also which we call food service. Most of the national or international food or restaurants here in Dumaguete are handled by graduates of the department.
Yes. So there are many opportunities waiting for them, Ron. All right. So, Caryl, I want you to talk about your student experience at the Nutrition and Dietetics department. What are your favorites? And at the same time, what is the Silliman experience
So
in
far?
ND? How was it?
Well, being able to study in a department that's been accredited by PASCO means that you're in very good hands, because this department has what do you call this? They have quality education, and they deliver their standards in their programs and services. And the ND department also has this positive. We are a close knit community.
Wow.
Yes, and it's just all positive vibes lang all throughout, and it helps me in my studies, and it helped me grow and foster
Right.
who am I today. Right?
Yeah, very quickly lang, Sir Mark. We have seen also a postings on your FB page that you have opened this Oriental Bowl. Talk
Okay.
about this.
Okay, ND has always been known for food, and since we have to train our students, it's part of their training to manage a food service establishment. The first batch of the interns named their food service establishment Oriental Bowls, where they create different bowls from different regions, different cuisines, and they were able to do this. And although it's gonna end, I think this week or next week, but the next cycle of interns will be creating a different concept. So you guys better watch out for it, because it's gonna be another
What kind of bowl will it be, Ron?
another bowl.
Okay, so we're running out of time as much as we want to extend this lovely conversation with you, ma'am and sir, and of course with Caryl. So, Ma'am Ramacho, would you like to say something to our students, especially those who are going to participate in the intramurals? Do you still impose health protocols while participating in the games? And what is your message to all competing teams?
Okay, to all competing teams, if you win, be humble. And if you lose, be gracious.
I love it.
Humility and
Humility,
gratefulness.
Graciousness.
And yeah, I'd also like to ask, before we actually end this program, is ND strand specific, or do we welcome senior high school graduates to our college from any strand, UMS, STEAM, or ABM? Sir Mark?
We accept all strands to nutrition and dietetics. We just for those strands that are non-STEAM, they just have to take extra subjects for them to
Bridging courses.
bridging courses for them to align with the curriculum.
All right. So since you've mentioned that, Sir Mark, why not as well invite our senior high school students to join your close-knit family?
Yes, I would like to invite all senior high graduates to come and experience the close-knit family of nutrition and dietetics. And if you want to find out what you need to join us, you could just go to the university website, and all the needed requirements are there.
Do you have a Facebook page, sir, that they can also follow?
There we do have the PAN SND, the student organization, has a Facebook page where they can message their questions as well.
All right. So, Caryl, so if you are going to convince, where are you from, Caryl, if you don't mind me
I'm
asking?
actually from Bae City.
From Bae City.
Yes, but
So,
I have a boarding house in here.
okay, so if there are kababayans from the city of Bais, and of course, Sillimanians also around the world, and those who are interested to join your department, what would you like to say to them?
Well, come and be part of the ND Suzuku family, where you learn a lot more about just luto-luto. We're more into nutrition and health of the person.
All right. Thank you so much. On that note, dagang salamat, Ma'am Ramacho, Caryl, and of course, Sir Mark. And this is now the last segment of this episode. It's called #WTP or Words to Ponder. Ron, we're still about to close the program. Are you crying already?
No, I'm coughing.
Okay. So, Ron, what is your word to ponder for this episode?
Well, I'd like to bank on. It's not actually a word, but a phrase that we
Akala ko
started.
paragraph nga eh. Okay.
It's the phrase that we started. Health is wealth, Josh.
Ayun.
No, because sometimes when we want to, take care of our health, it's just that most of us will just go into physical education. But after Zumba, after exercising for 1 hour or 30 minutes, after nyan, pupunta tayo sa Jollibee and
May
whatnot.
bayaran mo yan.
Something like that. We go to fast foods.
Yes.
We eat unhealthy food, but we forget to actually think about that nutrition and physical health should go together. No, so if we want to be healthy as a person, it's not just feeding ourselves with good and nutritious food and also exercising, but we also need to bear in mind that it's not just the body, but also we also need to take care of our mental health. So it must be whole. It must be whole, because I do believe that if we take care of ourselves, we also have the ability to take care of others as well.
I love that.
Yes. How about you, Josh? What's your phrase or word to ponder?
Actually, it's an essay. No, yeah, just a word. I think I'd like to pick, Ma'am Ramacho's entry earlier, that you just have to be humble.
Humility.
Yeah, humility. Because I think in this episode, I have also gotten from them that number one, about the intramurals, right? That sometimes we really want to win, but of course, in life, we don't win all the time. And in losing, that's also how we appreciate winning, right? And also when we talk about in the nutrition and dietetics department, they have mentioned earlier about having this 100% rating for their TESDA assessment, tapos yung isa 99. So mayroon parang may isa
Parang
na hindi,
germ.
may isa na hindi na nakapasa, sir, no?
Yeah.
But then again, I just have to be humble enough to go and proceed and continue the race, right? And I like also the of Caryl, that having a close-knit family also sometimes that needs so much humility, Ron, because you need to have understanding, because different personalities, di ba?
That's true, Josh.
Yeah. So humility is a key. So happiness. Ewan ko ba anong ibig sabihin, no?
But that's right.
Yeah, be humble and be kind. All right. So on that note, daghan kayong salamat for joining another episode of #Silliman. Hopefully, you are joining us in an excellent state of health. See you next week, and to God be the glory. Hey there, Sillimanians and friends of Silliman around the world. Daghang salamat for joining another episode. And of course, support as well our Facebook page. It's called #Silliman. Don't forget to comment, share, and like on your favorite episodes. We also have a growing community on YouTube. It's still called #Silliman. Don't forget to click the notification bell for you to be updated with our recent posts. See you there.
Yes, Josh, and don't forget also to watch us at Phil Products Channel 6 every Monday at 8 p.m. Replays will be shown every Tuesday before the noontime news and every Saturday after the noontime news. This has been Ronelyn Vailoces-No
And Joshua Soldivillo. Kita kits next week only here on
#Silliman!